You're watching ManUtd VanCam.
This is VanCam, this is VanCam you waited for.
Wait for the punchline though, Steve. So he goes it.
Will you please just fucking fuck off!
What's your problem, dickhead?
Fuck off!
Come down here and we'll bare knuckle on the concrete.
Fuck off!
Nobody tells Kev to fuck off. Yes, Steve, but I didn't know he was the bare knuckle champion of Salford. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I am Kev Ashford, and you are very welcome to this week's edition of the ManUtd VanCam. Hope everybody, jeez, I put myself in the eye then. Hope everybody is well. If you're watching it live, then the finest of fair play to you. Like, share, comment, subscribe, do all that bollocks. But I hope you are well. Loads to get through this week. But first of all, I think it's only right that I should thank the people that keep me fed and watered. Basically keep me alive. It's last week's Super Chats. Dropping a bit of background music. Okay, so Alex Rudd was in there. How bad will Liverpool run up the score? Comment. He was getting the comments going. It's only 1-1. GTA Red Star Gaming said Ollie press conference was bizarre. He's off his nut. Bit harsh, but yeah. Sion Jones, have a pint, Kev. Fair play, mate. I did. I had two. Dave Burtwhistle, £2 in the pot as well. Thank you very much to that fantastic group of people. So on we go. Okay, so coming up in this week's show, United draw 1-1 against Liverpool. Many people thought we would get beat. So after that match, it was Jurgen Strop. You having that one?
If we would play like this, maybe you could not do this at Liverpool.
Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohamed bin Salman, I think I got that one right, is looking to buy Manchester United. So in the Big VanCam debate, I'll be throwing it out there, get your comments in. You know, would this man taking over Man United from the Glazers, does that make us any different from Paris Saint-Germain and Man City, who we always constantly heckle for having oil money and being rich like that? Or are Man United different? Is it a moral issue? We'll get into that. And I'll show you how to perfect a Bruce Lee roundhouse kick. But first of all, Manchester United won, Liverpool won, which was surprising because before this, we had to listen to them Scouse dickheads carrying on and say, it's gonna be a cricket score, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that. And it finished 1-1. So when a match like that finishes 1-1, Man United get accused of parking the bus, which is where Jurgen Strop, you having that, at the end of the game basically come out, and it's something we'll touch on in CockStroker of the week, or CockStroker of the week. God, I'm on fire, put me out! Put me out, Steve. Yeah, he's not listening anyway. But yeah, Man United, everything I wanted and said last week on VanCam, I got. Well, apart from the win, but I didn't expect to beat Liverpool. Even though Mo Salah was out, I looked at the team, I think Fred, you know, in the middle of midfield, we're going to get dominated here. But Man United and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in particular, you've got to give the man credit. He set his team up well. We pushed up Young and Wan-Bissaka, which didn't allow Liverpool to get down at, you know, both ends. We had them penned back. And for a long parts of that game, especially the first 45 minutes of the match, was Man United. But we knew that pressing-wise, United weren't going to be able to keep that up. Towards the end of the game, on reflection, 1-1. If you'd have said before it, and this is the thing, at the end of that game, I was disappointed to draw 1-1. But before it, I would have gone, yeah, 1-1, I'll take it. But on reflection, the late goal, you know, Rojo, whoever, you know, Ashley Young, switches off. It's just them fine lines, and we just don't seem to be able to hold on to a lead like that at the minute. But loads of plus points. Our good mate Saeed, you know, the man who the other week, just before the international break, said, Rashford's washed up, man. 200 bags, he's shit and all that. And he was going on saying that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is playing FIFA custom tactics. Playing FIFA custom tactics, innit? You know, he's not. And he had a plan against Liverpool. Told you this many a times before, so we'll leave him alone anyway this week. Let him crack on and do whatever he's doing. Right, do you know what? Forget the Liverpool match. That's in the past. We got a good result in the Europa League as well. Even though we didn't have a shot on target, we won 1-0. Yeah, that's stats and all that shit, yeah. Do you know what? Let's just get the show properly started, because that's what you're here for. Thanks for watching. We're going to get straight into a thing called CockStroker of the Week. Then after that, we'll do the big VanCam debate. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do your comments, but get them in, and I am going to sort my shit out. It's just, I'm a very busy man, and that's all I can tell you. I'm out there spending my super chats on beer and food, and yeah, let's run CockStroker of the Week. CockStroker of the Week. Welcome to CockStroker of the Week, and for the first time in VanCam history, I have managed to compile a top 6. Can you believe it? So without further ado, let's get through this week and find out who's taken home that top spot. Coming in at number 6 this week, and in the build-up to Man United's opener against Liverpool that Marcus Rashford dispatched into the net at the East Stand, there was a foul. I don't know whether you heard about it. A few Scousers were banging on. It was a foul! Foul! No, and I'll tell you why. Origi goes down in the build-up to it. Jurgen Klopp was fuming, proper fuming he was. Liverpool fans going off their heads. He's got to be chalked off on VAR. It wasn't. And if you look at it, Origi goes down after a challenge from Victor Hasselhoff, as I like to call him, old Hasselhoff. Anyway, Origi goes down. There's contact on one leg, but the leg that he's actually holding when he goes down is the opposite leg. So he got the wrong legs. You know, make your mind up, mate. If you're going to go down, at least hold the right leg that was, you know, there was contact on. Number 5 this week is ex-Tottenham player Raphael van der Vaart, who likes sticking nothing but a big boot in on our very own Harry Maguire at any opportunity. And after Man United drew with Liverpool at Old Trafford 1-1, this was his opportunity to seize the moment. By God, did he do it. This man is clearly on spice. Don't do drugs, kid. This is what it does to you. Van der Vaart, after Harry Maguire put in a great performance, I would say, against Liverpool, solid at the back, solid as a rock. He said, when I watch an amateur game on Sunday, I find 3 players playing like him. I'm serious. He's deadly serious. He's on spice, that's why. It may sound silly, but he will not hear it anyway. After all, we're talking about a €90 million transfer here. Then Van Dijk is worth 300 million. What are we comparing this horse shit to? I hate these people who do that. You know, if he's worth this much, then he must be worth that much. We just had to pay that fee at the time because that's what Leicester wanted, yeah? And at the time, everybody thought Liverpool overpaid for Van Dijk. Obviously, it's worked out brilliantly, and we hope the same happens at United for Harry Maguire. I mean, look, Dan James, for Christ's sake, we paid 15 million. Championship teams spending 15 million pounds on players, and now we've got Dan James. He must be worth 150 million, man. He's the Welsh Messi. I won't have a bad word said about him. Coming in at number 4 this week is Jamie Carragher. Now, last week in CockStroker of the Week, I did mention about them Luis Suarez t-shirts. I said, you know, after an 8-game ban and being found guilty of racially abusing little Paddy Evra, you know, and the shithouses went out with them shirts on to defend a racist, right? There's no way around it. So we go forward a week, and in between that, Jamie Carragher's actually issued an apology face to face with Patrice Evra and said that the club got it wrong. They should have never have done it. Now, as much as I respect Jamie Carragher for coming out in front of Patrice Evra, issuing this apology and saying he got it wrong, in the same sentence as saying this, he did say that it was his decision to wear it. Now, the club could have said to him, you know, do you want to wear it, lads? What are we thinking? That was the time for Carragher to stand up. Not now. Not all these years on, all the water under the bridge, and say, looking back, it wasn't a great thing to do. Carragher was a strong presence in that changing room, and he did say that he regrets not doing it and not speaking up and saying it. He said the team agreed to do it. All it would have took is one strong-minded person to say, no, I'm not wearing it. Nobody, you know, we all wear it or we don't. And they didn't. For that reason, Jamie Carragher's number 2. Number 4.
Reaction, and as I said, apologies, we got massively wrong.
Number 3 this week is Jurgen Flip-Flop. Yeah, Jurgen Klopp, the man with the massive Newton Heaths. Yes, Jurgen Klopp, basically after the Man United Liverpool 1-1 draw, come out after the game and started spouting all kinds of nonsense. Nonsense, as Roy Keane would say. Yeah, he started coming out basically saying, at Liverpool we couldn't do this, and the last 4 or 5 years I've been to Old Trafford, you know, they defend, and we don't do that.
It's on my right to be frustrated. It's I'm sure if we would play like this, maybe you could not do this at Liverpool. That's how it is. So, but obviously in Manchester, it's okay. I don't judge this. It's all okay.
Yeah, it's all right for you, Jurgen Klopp. It's all right for you. Yeah, it's all right for you to come out and say that you don't go anywhere and defend, and we wouldn't do that. We're Liverpool and this and that. It's because you're better than us. There, I just said it. Of course it is. And I said it last week on VanCam. It would have been highly naive of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to think that he could set up his team against Liverpool and go toe-to-toe with them. Now, that's what you would have wanted, because then you would have tore us apart. And it's all right for you to come out after games when you smash the likes of Watford 5-0. Guardiola does the same thing. He always comments on these smaller teams once they beat the bastard living daylights out of them 8-0 or whatever, and said, oh, at least they come here and played football. It's not possible against the likes of Man City and Liverpool. So for United at the minute, you have to have a game plan. We had that game plan against Liverpool. We had to battle, fight. We played our wing backs high up to pin yours back, and it was a decent point on reflection. So for Klopp to start spouting shit like that, you know, just wait until we're back, mate, and then we'll give you a right good game, man. But I must thank for that nomination, Ricardo Rafael Cesars Jimenez. Now, what a name that is. Oh, he sounds like the next Portuguese wonder kid. He could be, for all I know, but he sent that through on the Facebook page at Kev's VanCam. Just dropping it in. That's number 3. Number 2 this week. Number 2 goes to our very own noisy neighbours. This is Manchester City. Now, you actually have to read this to believe it, and I had to do it twice. But Manchester City this week advertised for influencers. Yeah, they want influencers to join the Man City staff. Now, let me just run this by you. We're after a male aged 18 to 55 who's basically good with Instagram and Facebook. Ooh, yeah, okay. About us, this is the bit that gets me, man. The Champions League draw this year has given us 3 relatively unknown teams, meaning our core fans are less likely to attend. Core fans, what does that mean? Like, no, I can't be asked turning up to them games, you know what I mean? Champions League, what's all that about? We identified students, young professionals and those new to Manchester who are our ideal audiences. However, we can't ignore core fans either, as they still account for the most ticket sales. Yeah, the ones that are there every week. We all know the jokes, the empty ad, you know what I mean, and all that. We want to get across the great atmosphere of the Etihad. We want to get across the great atmosphere of the Etihad. Why are you trying to get an influencer? Why are you looking to employ someone to tell somebody how good the atmosphere at the Etihad is? I just don't get it, man. Who can tell an authentic and genuine story of what it's like to be at a game? Is this what modern day football has come to? Oh, God. City, man. You know what I mean? We laughed at them for years. I thought they'd slightly turned the corner, play shit hot football and all that. But honestly, they're after an influencer, somebody that can come and tell you how great the atmosphere at the Etihad. It's a glow blow. Yeah, the Etihad is. Oh, what a corker, man. You couldn't make that shit up.
50.
City. So the fact that Manchester City are looking for influencers in the ground to get the ground going, you know, to get their famous atmosphere rocking at the Etihad. Yes, this sparked a rant from ex-player Rodney Marsh, who had this to say about the fact that Man City are after influencers.
I am embarrassed for Manchester City Football Club. They put out an advertisement, and the advertisement said that they're hiring people to come to the stadium in Champions League games. They're going to pay the people to cheer and to get other people around them to cheer. And they're going to be called the influencers. They're going to sign up people, fans, that can get other fans to shout and clap and applaud and cheer because they don't have enough atmosphere in Champion. That is embarrassing.
Okay, and number one, it's been a grueler this week, but number one this week goes to the Liverpool fans midweek at the Champions League game who decided to unveil a banner. So, and no, it's not, well, it could have been these ones, but yeah, just prior to kick-off, this one come out, we are not racist, you know what I mean? They've been in the news this week. It's because, again, Jamie Carragher's apologised to Evra, so all the Suarez stuff is coming up again. So this flag comes out, we are not racist. But shortly following this, we got this unveiling. Ah! What the fuck, man? And who in their right mind thought that this would be a great idea? We basically got Liverpool player Carragher, you know, we got the Champions League trophy. I get that, I'm with it, I'm dealing with it, I'm over it, but there is no need to get the big schlong on there as well. I mean, it's the most exaggerated big schlong I've ever seen in my life. There is no, what went through the mind of the Scouser who went to get this done? And somebody's paid good dole money to get this made up in a shop. Do you know what I mean? Imagine going in, yeah mate, just after an Carragher flag to bring with me UEFA Champions League travels. Yeah, what can we do for you then? What do you want it? Well, I'm thinking Carragher, you know, Champions League trophy. Yeah, sound. He's naked with a massive schlong. You know, they should have arrested him there and then. You know, I'd be on the phone to the mental health asylum. We've got him, I've got one here. Come round quick. He's a right weirdo. I mean, who decides to do that? And a lot of people will say, Kev, what about the Lukaku song that all the United fans used to sing and stuff? You know, that is a similar kind of thing. United stopped doing that because Lukaku complained about it. It's a stereotype. It's a racial stereotype to say that a black man has got a big schlong. So what Liverpool fan in his head thought this is gonna be a great idea, this one? Wait until they see this flag. Well, Jesus Christ, man. In a week, when the Luis Suarez shit has resurfaced, some Liverpool fan or fans or whoever it was is getting CockStroker of the week. Plainly and simply because, I do need to say more.
The CockStroker of the week.
So there we go with another week, another shower of cockstrokers. 6 nominations, but there could only be one winner. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Get in the comment section, let me know what you think. And I always say this, but if you've got a nomination, you want to put it forward for me to assess and decide whether it makes the cut, then just get in touch, yeah? At the end of the video, there's a little pre-recorded clip, and I tell you how to get in touch via Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, you know, all that. Or just drop it in the comment section. Easy peasy, man. Right, who's ready for a big VanCam debate? I know I am.
The Big VanCam Debate.
Alright then, here we go with this week's Big VanCam Debate. Last week's Big VanCam Debate was on Zlatan Ibrahimovic. There's news that Zlatan could fancy a move back to the mighty Manchester United in January. This could just be for until the end of the season, basically to help Manchester United out. Lots of interaction on this one. Make sure you get your comments in on the Big VanCam Debate because I'm going to start using them. One from last week was Nigel VC or Varsi or VC or whatever, it doesn't matter anyway, his name will probably come up here, and he basically stated his point of not wanting Zlatan Ibrahimovic, God, why do I struggle with that? Zlatan Ibrahimovic back at Man United, basically because he thought that it's a cheapskate move by the board and the Glazers. Now, Nigel, I'm not looking at this long term, man. I'm talking short term fix. I'm thinking in January, who can Man United realistically go and get? We're not going to prize any of the top strikers in the world away because they're all tied up playing Champions League football whilst we're pissing around in the Europa League. So that's the thing we've got to deal with at the minute. Obviously in the summer, then it's different. We have to replace Lukaku, finally go and spend that big money, try and sell the project. You know, we're Man United, we want to get back to where we were and all that, and hope somebody takes the bait and thinks, yeah, I'm on board with this shit. But last week's question on Zlatan Ibrahimovic coming back to Manchester United, 65% of the VanCam community said that they would take Zlatan Ibrahimovic back to Manchester. Don't do that, Zlatan, you big shithouse. Yeah, well, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, they would take him back to Manchester United, which is great. So now on to this week's Big VanCam debate question. Okay, so with talk in the news that the Saudis are looking at buying Manchester United. Apparently they've had 2 bids turned down. They're going to be looking at making a 3rd bid. It's reportedly around £3 billion. This is Saudi's Arabian's Crown Prince Mohamed bin Salman. Yeah, he's the man, or is he the man? Now, this is a question I want to ask you. Obviously, I asked a bit of a tricky question the other week, saying, would you see Man United get relegated to finally get rid of the Glazers? But I suppose the question this week is, what are people feeling about this Saudi takeover? You know, are we going down the Man City, Chelsea route, you know, of bringing in somebody this powerful? Or are you that against the Glazers that you'd think, do you know what, Kev? Bring in the Saudi. If anything, at least this guy has got a shitload of money, so he's definitely not going to saddle us with debt. You know, we're going to be filthy rich, and United make money anyway, but it's that thing again of what will the other elite teams be looking at United and thinking if United are taken over by this Saudi Crown Prince guy. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, yeah? So the question this week is, the Saudi takeover, are you having it or are you not having it? Would you like to see the Prince, not that Prince, buy Manchester United for £3 billion and see the Glazers go? There's going to be for and against arguments, I'm pretty sure, on this. Basically, like I said earlier, I'm thinking PSG, Man City, Chelsea, everybody takes a piss out of them and says, you know, they were nothing before they were taken over by oil money and all this shit. But United already have the finances. Yes, we are saddled with debt, but that takes care of itself. It's heartbreaking to see and stuff. But we could get rid of the Glazers if the Saudi 3rd bid is accepted. So are you having it or are you not? And as always, there is no sitting up on that fence, and I will tell you why. I've got a friend, he's called Stinky Paul. Yes, it is self-explanatory, I don't need to explain it, but I might just do it anyway. He stinks of shit, and I'll tell you why. Back in '96, the Euros were on, and I said to him, do you think England can win the European Championships? He said, Kev, I'm going to get up on the fence and have a think. Well, he's been up there ever since. Massive long beard, his toenails are all outgrown and spiralling round his fingers, and he stinks of piss and shit. Do you want that? No. Make a decision. Click on the eye up here, cast your vote, get commenting, and I'll let you know the poll result next week.
The Big VanCam Debate! Okay, so there we go with the Big VanCam Debate. That seems to be the big talking point with Man United at the moment. It's the Saudi takeover. So it is basically, are you for or against that in that? And drop a comment in. Make sure you leave it in there because I've got no time to do the proper comment section that I usually do. And I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, Kev, he's hit 3,000 subscribers. He's getting above his station. I'm still Kevin from the block, yeah? I'm a man of the people. I still go to Greg's and all that. You know, none of these fancy restaurants. I'm still keeping it real. That's what I'd like to say. But the big news, obviously the Saudi takeover, you know, morally, is it right? Is it wrong? Do you despise the Glazers that much that you'd rather, you know, somebody with a shitload of money comes in and we're not asked ultimately because United make their own money? You know, would it be a good thing for Man United? Make sure you get in the comments section. It's the only way that your voice is going to get heard, and next week we'll be back to normal. I promise you that. I really do. I'll be back through the comments. We'll do the comments section at the end, and we'll bring back the Fantasy Football League update for the VanCam League. Louis Clarkson was still rocking it last week. I thought we'll give it another week and see if Kev can move up, because I was maybe fucking 15th, man, and I'm not happy about it. I swear to God, that cat in my house gets some abuse. Probably shouldn't have said that, but I mean, she just gets a slight knock now and again when things aren't going well, which at the minute with Man United seems to be a hell of a lot of the time. So yeah, don't ring me an SPCA, whatever it is. It's not big, it's not clever. I'll stop, because United are going to rock on, and that starts this weekend away to Norwich. We've just picked up our first away win
since March, since that night against Paris Saint-Germain. Forgot what it was like to win away. Here's the phone. In fact, we'll just do it while the phone's ringing. Thank you very much for all the comments and everything. Come on! United! Against Norwich. Who's this? Hello?
Hello?
How are you doing?
So we're on the car and he says, ring daddy. We're just waiting to go and get Georgie. So
I said your love keep on lifting me higher and higher. Thanks very much for watching the video. You can also follow me on these other social media platforms. That's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and of course, plenty of fish. Oh yeah! Thanks to everybody who gets involved, comments, likes, shares, subscribes. Subscribing is the main thing. It costs you nothing, and why wouldn't you want to do it? This is ManUtd VanCam.